rep, state senator, and district council person, whether it was before Katrina or after Katrina, with the things that were washed away, like the Lawless School Clinic. We've got a new Lawless coming up, or the Desire Housing Development. There's a new Desire Housing Development back. Joe Brown Pool built twice. The I-10 beautification project done twice, before Katrina, after Katrina. It's about working with your people and making sure that assets are there that honor their investment in our great city. This is what I have done, and this is what I desire to continue to do with the $100 million of projects coming out of the ground now that we together worked and built for. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kelly, 1 minute, please.
In the last city council election in 2010, in District E specifically, it was something like 18% of the population came out and voted. That was not because we had a lack of viable candidates or just anything that could be argued. It was the population in the city is apathetic to the leadership that's been in place. They have been, for the lack of a better word, highly either ineffective or unresponsive to the needs of the people. Obviously, we are progressive, we are moving forward. I mean, you can't go anywhere but forward from the places that we've been after Katrina, obviously. But it's been too slow, and there's been too much of a disconnect with the people of the area. I think we can do better, and we can encourage this up-and-coming generation of citizens in this city to stay here, but not only stay here, but to be productive, contributing citizens in this next election.
Mr. Savoy.
Again, my background is as a community representative, as a volunteer, as a community activist and organizer. I'm not looking for endorsements by the politicians, I'm looking for the people's endorsement, which is the people I want to represent, okay? So if you're looking for real change, and you're looking to make sure that we have a change in directives from District D's point of view, I think you will support my candidacy and get involved in this election. Dalton Savoy, get number 33 on the ballot. Thank you.
Mr. Brissett.
Thank you. Thank all of you for being here tonight. My leadership is born from my service-driven life. New Orleans faces some enormous challenges currently. I am prepared and experienced to face those challenges. People from all over the world come here and know that this is a great place to live, but I want all people throughout the world, and especially here in the city of New Orleans, to know this is a great place to live. I will focus on the issues like I have in the legislature that matters most to District D. I'm experienced and I'm prepared to face those challenges. We need to create more investments for all of our people. Social justice is what I believe in. And so I'm number 32, Jared Brissett on the ballot. Thank you for all your support and the many supporters of all the organizations here.
Dr. Bowie.
First, I'd like to thank the Urban League and you, the citizens, for coming out to interact with us this afternoon. This issue is one that is the issue of elections for us this time, is considered to be probably the most important we can make at this time. It's no secret that those 4 issues that all of us talked about, they've been with us almost for 8 years. And we have not had any serious change toward progress in the community. And so what we need is a change in leadership. Leadership means that you have to have followers. As the only true professional change agent in District D, I offer my 45 years of service to this community, leading major action movements for change, large systems change. Those issues we're concerned with, we can in fact do that, but we must have the will and we must have the leadership to do it. My name is Joseph Bowie. I'm number 31 on the ballot. Thank you very much.
Mr. Williams.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. Leadership is what I've been doing in the community for over 30 plus years. I worked in the hospitality industry for 34 years. I actually attend meetings in the community in District C as they're diverse. I come from a diverse background. You know, I attended when Landry and Walker, especially Landry support Landry. I was in a Tremaine district bringing kids to get their haircuts because they didn't want to go to school. We found out that was one of the numbers why it was low on the days of first day of school. I went to Bywaters and actually put a group together and bring them to give them experience in a hotels industry. I did a reentry program at the Fairmont Hotel. The whole time I was there, it was very successful. Some of the people in this room know about it. Reentry, retraining, get people better for jobs. I recruit people that was in New Orleans that left the city to come back, not just in the hospitality industry, medical center, carpenters, whatever, and marketing. I believe the talent in this city, let's keep it in the city, let's give them opportunities.
Thank you. Ms. Ramsey?
Thank you to the host agencies for having us tonight. It's been a pleasure. This election is so important because at this time we can decide whether we're going to do what we have been doing, whether we're going to go back to our old ways, or whether we are going to make a difference by saying we want fresh ideas, we want innovative and new ideas on the city council. At some point in time, we cannot allow elected officials to circumvent the spirit of the law, and that is what the term limits was intended to do, that at some point in time, we will allow new people an opportunity to serve. I have always, in my career as a public servant, in my career in the private sector as a mediator, as a judge, I have been an independent voice. I have made decisions. I have formed creative solutions to problems. I work well with our people, and I think that at this point, we have to make a decision for what is critical in District C, whether we're going to move forward or continue what we have been doing.
Thank you, Ms. Ramsey. Mr. Ward?
I got a show of hands. I'm just curious. Is there anybody else here who's tired of being relegated to the role of spectator while someone else rebuilds our city into something that's not our city for someone who doesn't live here? Okay. Anybody want to do something about it? Okay. Let me tell you, I'm here for my job interview, so I want to tell you a little what I do. In my neighborhood, as with many, we had an issue where kids couldn't get to school, old people couldn't get to their houses because we didn't have sidewalks. Old blocks of them were missing, you just couldn't do anything with it. I went asking, can we get sidewalks? Can we get sidewalks? I got, well, one day FEMA will do it, and years later I was still getting the same answer. And then I was told, we can't, we don't have the money, we didn't know, there's something wrong with sidewalks? I went out with my own money, bought tools, my partner Travis and I, and about 3 or 4 of our friends and neighbors went out after work, and in 2 months, we built 10 blocks of sidewalk. Yes, we can, but yes, I have, and we will.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Guidry?
Thank you. The last 4 years have seen so much progress in this city. We are being recognized nationally for the work we are doing here with our small businesses, with our community. I'm very optimistic about the future of our city, but I'm also in a position where I can see how much more there is left to do. And I am as compelled now to continue this work as I was 4 years ago to come into it totally not as a politician, not as someone who ever imagined they'd be a politician, but as a New Orleanian who simply had desire to make our city better and get it recovered. I now want to continue to work on criminal justice reforms, which is very, very difficult work, and I work really, really hard at it. I want to continue that work. I want to bring the Lafitte Corridor, Greenway out of the ground. I want to bring the Holly Grove Senior Center out of the ground, and I hope I have your support.
Thank you, Ms. Guidry. Mr. Capasso?
I want to thank the National Urban League and League of Women Voters and National Council on Jewish Women. I work with the National Urban League. 5 organizers at the 50th anniversary of the Dr. King rally on Washington. 10,000 signatures going to the governor to demand he accept the Medicaid expansion. There seems to be a disconnect between the community, the administration, and the workers and community organizations like that that don't get the phone calls exchanged from the governor or the mayor's office. That's going to change. This is a real choice in this race. I'm not just a father, a coach, a husband. I married up. My father-in-law was a civil rights Presbyterian minister in the lunch counters, and he was on the city council in Atlanta. And my father was an engineer. a mother, a social worker, and there's 6,000, 7,000 public employees that need somebody to work for them, to fight for them. Not just to marginalize them, not just to tell them what to do, not just to pay them minimum wage, but these custodians from a contract from California that's still paid. I want to work for you. I want to work for this city and for District A. Thank you.
Mr. Capasso, thank you so much. Ladies, gentlemen, voting audience candidates for City Council of New Orleans, we thank you for being with us this evening. Should we give our candidates all a round of applause? At this time, I'd like to remind you that the mayoral debate is January 16th here at